The moment Marcelito Pomoy steps onto the stage, the atmosphere changes instantly. This is not just another performance, it is a return. The audience already knows his name, his history, and his rare, almost unbelievable gift. Yet despite that familiarity, a heavy silence fills the room. This silence is not emptiness, it is anticipation. Everyone is waiting to see whether he can do it again, whether the magic will return or fade under the weight of expectation. The stage lighting is intentionally minimal, casting soft shadows that focus all attention on Marcelito alone. This visual choice reflects the emotional core of the moment: one man, one microphone, and 1,000 unspoken doubts and hopes hanging in the air. Judges sit upright, their expressions serious. They are no longer casual observers, they are witnesses, fully aware that something extraordinary might happen, but nothing is guaranteed. As the music begins, it is gentle and restrained, almost fragile. This slow opening is crucial. It allows tension to build naturally, giving the audience time to emotionally lean in. Marcelito closes his eyes, signaling complete immersion. In this instant, the outside world disappears for him. His posture is calm, controlled, and humble. There is no showmanship yet, no dramatic gestures. This restraint makes the moment more powerful. Then comes the first note. It is his male voice, warm, grounded, and emotionally rich. The sound travels through the room like a quiet promise. It reassures the audience that his foundation is solid. This voice carries sincerity, pain, and hope all at once, setting the emotional tone of the performance. Faces in the crowd soften. The judges exchange quick glances, acknowledging the technical precision and emotional depth. What makes this opening so important is that nothing impossible has happened yet. Scene 1 is about trust. Marcelito is inviting the audience to believe again, step by step. He does not rush. Every lyric feels intentional, every breath controlled. The silence between notes becomes just as powerful as the notes themselves. You can almost hear hearts beating in the room. Emotionally, Scene 1 represents the calm before the miracle. It shows discipline, humility, and respect for the craft. Marcelito is reminding everyone that before the shock, before the jaw-dropping transformation, there must be a strong emotional connection. This is what makes the later moments believable and impactful. By the end of Scene 1, the audience is no longer questioning whether he belongs on that stage. They are ready, completely and willingly, for whatever comes next. The silence returns, but this time it is filled with certainty. Something unforgettable is about to happen. Scene 2 begins at the exact moment when confidence has fully settled into the room. The audience is comfortable, emotionally connected, and trusting Marcelito's voice. This is intentional, because what happens next challenges logic itself. Without any visible effort, without changing posture or expression, Marcelito transitions from his strong male register into a clear, soaring female voice. The shift is so sudden and so pure that it feels unreal, as if the laws of sound have been quietly rewritten. Gasps ripple through the audience. This is not surprise alone, it is disbelief. Judges instinctively lean forward, eyes widening, hands frozen mid-motion. Some mouths open slightly, not knowing how to react. The transformation is flawless, with no audible strain, no break, no preparation note. It doesn't sound like imitation. It sounds authentic, emotional, and alive. This is what makes Scene 2 extraordinary. The voice doesn't feel performed, it feels revealed. Technically, this moment showcases extreme vocal control. Marcelito does not simply jump between pitches, he changes tone, texture, resonance, and emotional color. His female voice carries a softness and vulnerability that contrasts beautifully with the grounded strength of his male voice from Scene 1. The contrast creates an illusion of two different singers standing on the same stage, yet the audience sees only one man. This visual contradiction intensifies the impact. Emotionally, Scene 2 is where awe replaces curiosity. The audience is no longer wondering if he is talented, they are trying to understand how this is possible. The judges' faces reflect years of experience being challenged in seconds. They have heard thousands of singers, but this moment does not fit into any category they know. It is not a trick. It is not technology. It is raw human ability at its most rare. As Marcelito moves between voices, the performance evolves into a duet, one singer answering the other, emotion responding to emotion. The male and female voices interact as if they are two characters in the same story. This creates a dramatic tension that feels cinematic. Every switch lands perfectly on the musical phrasing, proving that this is not a gimmick but a deeply understood art form. Scene 2 represents the breaking point between reality and wonder. It is where logic steps aside and emotion takes control. The audience forgets technique and theory, they simply feel. Goosebumps spread. Some viewers hold their breath. Others feel tears forming without realizing why. By the end of Scene 2, the room is no longer just watching a performance, it is witnessing something historic. Marcelito has crossed the line from singer to phenomenon. The impossible has already happened, and yet, the song is not over. The audience knows one thing for certain now: this performance will be remembered long after the final note fades. Scene 3 begins in the final seconds of the performance, when the emotional weight of everything that has come before settles into the room. Marcelito holds the last note with breathtaking control, blending power and tenderness in a way that feels almost timeless. As the note slowly fades, there is a brief, sacred silence, one heartbeat where no one moves, no one speaks. That pause says everything. It is the moment when the audience realizes they have just witnessed something truly rare. Then the room explodes. Applause erupts like a wave, rising instantly to a full standing ovation. People leap to their feet without hesitation, clapping, cheering, some shouting his name. The judges stand as well, no longer hiding their emotions. Smiles mix with disbelief, eyes shine with tears. This is not polite applause or routine praise, this is raw admiration. The reaction is spontaneous, uncontrollable, and deeply sincere. Marcelito stands still for a second, visibly overwhelmed. His shoulders relax, and his expression softens into humility. He bows slightly, placing a hand over his heart, silently thanking the audience. In this moment, he is no longer the man performing a miracle, he is a human being receiving love and recognition for years of struggle, discipline, and belief in an impossible gift. Emotionally, Scene 3 is about validation. Every doubt from the beginning of the performance is erased. Every risk he took stepping back onto that stage is rewarded. The judges' comments, though not yet spoken, are already written on their faces. They know they have just seen something beyond competition standards, something that transcends winning or losing. The audience reaction continues, growing louder, longer. Some people wipe their eyes, others hug the person next to them. The performance has connected strangers through shared amazement. This is the power of music at its highest level, not just entertainment, but emotional unity. Scene 3 also represents legacy. Marcelito's performance is no longer just a moment on a stage, it becomes a memory etched into the hearts of everyone present. The standing ovation is a collective acknowledgement that this talent cannot be ignored, categorized, or forgotten. It belongs in a class of its own. As the applause slowly begins to settle, one truth remains clear: this was not simply a comeback. It was a reminder to the world that miracles can exist in human form. Marcelito Pomoy didn't just sing, he redefined what a single voice can be. And as the lights dim and the cheers fade, his name lingers in the air, destined to be remembered whenever people speak of performances that changed everything. Glowing star musical notes.